Hey guys, back with another video. This time I'm going to be going over my magic book collection. Now, I don't have the biggest collection of magic books, but it's a good start. One problem I do have is I get a bunch of books and I don't finish reading them or even start. So there's a bunch of things I haven't started yet that I need to and I just haven't gotten to yet. But let's get into the collection. First one I have is The Expert at the Card Table. This is the book all magicians should have. It's kind of the foundation for magic, kind of the Bible of magic in a sense. I haven't gone through all of it, but I have gone through a decent amount. This is probably my go-to book for anything if I want to learn a quick trick or foundational stuff, whatever. This is probably my top book as of right now. Next we have Expert Card Technique by Jane Hugard. And this is one I've gone through a little bit. I haven't gone through a ton. It is definitely, some of them are a little bit more complex, but it is also a very good trick for those not quite beginners, but right above it type of thing. Once you've gone through Expert at the Card Table and you want the next step, I'd recommend this one. Next is one I've gotten more recently that I haven't read yet. It is Self-Working Rope Magic by Carl Foles. I haven't really gone through this too much. I haven't done a ton of rope magic, so I can't really say too much about it, but from what I have done and what I've seen, it is an enjoyable form of magic. Next, we have one of my favorites, Magic is Dead by Ian Frisch. This isn't a tutorial magic book like some of the others. It's a storyline type of thing. Ian Frisch is a journalist and he followed around a bunch of magicians and he kind of wrote their story and his interactions with them and he put it into here. Highly recommend. Phenomenal book. Next, we have another one I haven't started reading yet. I'm not going to read the title because keeping it clean, you know, but by Wes Barker. This is, from what I'm aware of, another storyline book where it's going through the life of Wes Barker and different accomplishments he's done. If you haven't heard of him, look him up. He's got a couple specials on YouTube. Very funny, very good magician. Next, I got Devilry by Daniel Madison. I haven't gone through a ton of this yet. I've gone through a little bit, but this is all of his tricks from 2020 from 2000 to 2020. And there's definitely a lot in here, as you can tell by the thickness of it compared to some of the others. Definitely a really good book. Daniel Madison is one of my favorite magicians by the style of magic he performs and the way he goes about it. So I haven't gone through this as much as I would like to, but I'm very much looking forward to going through this more. Next, we got another Daniel Madison book, Subterfuge. It's a collection of all of his magic lectures that he's posted on his thing. So he's got different ones, like his different deals or forces or whatever, all his like his master classes in a sense. And yeah, I have not started this one yet, but I am again looking forward to going through it. Next, we have Encyclopedia of Card Tricks, also by Jane Hugard. This is another one I got recommended. I haven't gone through it yet, but I was told it's a phenomenal book that you can read it and learn a trick a day for a year or two and whatever. And always have something new that you're learning and it actually be practical and something you'll do. So not one I've gone through yet, but looking forward to as well. Next, have Distilled by Ryan Plunkett. There we go. And this is, again, one I haven't read yet. I don't know too much what it's about. It appears to be typical magic book for performance magic, close-up magic, but again, it's not one I've actually looked at all. I can't exactly read them back because there's nothing there, but one day I'll start going through all these and read them cover to cover. Next is my Tarbell collection. I have Tarbell Volume 1 and Volume 2. I've gone through Volume 2 a decent amount of times. There's definitely some tricks in here that I enjoy. I have not gone through Volume 1 yet, though. I do plan on getting the rest of the Tarbell series, but these are the only two I have so far. Next, have 13 Steps of Mentalism by Corinda. This is one I have gone through a decent amount. You can tell I got the book jacket all scratched up and stuff, but there are definitely some good effects in here or things I've added to different tricks I do or the ways I perform. Some of the things are a little bit dated, as in either the equipment or the methods, but it is a good basis for mentalism and you can include it or use it to change your performance aspect of different tricks that you perform, even if you're not a mentalist. Next, I have Game Changer by Jason Ledeen. I don't know, well, this one, I haven't gone through it yet. I don't know. Let's see here. It's not one I've gone through yet. Looks like, again, it's a bunch of tutorials more for gambling sleights. If you don't know who Jason Ledeen is, he's a phenomenal card sheet up there with like Richard Turner and stuff and skill. and just seeing those type of things. Gambling slides aren't typically one of the things I do, but they are interesting to learn. It is something I like to dive into a little bit more, not necessarily to the level he's at, but next I have Modern Coin Magic by JB Bobo. This is one I have gone through a bit. I went through a bit of a coin magic phase a couple months ago, so started going through this some. Haven't gone through it extensively, but from what I have seen of this, solid tricks. Next have Animan's Practical Magic Effects, or Mental Effects, sorry. This is a newer one also I have not gone through at all. Seems like more of a mentalism book with a bit of card tricks in there as well, but one I do look forward to going through. Next is another newer one for me, Card Mastery by Michael McDowell. Have not gone through this either, but it's a thinner one, so I'm not necessarily a quicker read, but won't be as big as like the Data Medicine one. This is one I was very happy I got my hands on. Repertoire by Asi Wind. I have gone through this, not as well as I'd like to, but there are a few tricks in here I still perform in my day-to-day routine. There are more I'd like to learn, but I haven't fully gone through it. Phenomenal book, highly recommend. Next we have the Complete Encyclopedia of Close-Up Magic by, it says Professional Techniques Fully Revealed by a Master Magician. It doesn't have, Walter B. Gibson. I have not gone through this at all, but it is something I do look forward to doing. It does seem like some of them, the tricks are a little bit dated. There is like billiard ball magic included in here. Nothing against that. That's a type of magic I'd like to learn. I just haven't gotten to, but it's not something you see a whole lot anymore. This is one I picked up at an antique bookstore, or like a used bookstore or whatever. The Blackstone Book of Magical Illusions by Harry Blackstone Jr. It's not one I've gone through yet, but it is one I do look forward to going through. And the last book I have, which is another one I'm very happy I got, is If an Octopus Could Palm by Dana Dave Buck. This is one I have gone through a bit. There's one move I can do in it, not well, but all the rest of them I'm not even close to being able to do yet. But this is one I do enjoy as more of like a challenge book. Not necessarily practical effects, but more of like as Move Monkey effects that you're able to do more of to show off skill to other magicians. As complex ways of doing tricks. So I do enjoy this. I am still trying to get the matching deck of cards that came with it, but that's my magic book collection. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought, any other books you'd recommend, or whatever, any other type of content you'd like to see. See you next time.